know Cash is in the building. Let's get him right. And we're gonna start this interview. This is D&D Dynasty, your boy D&D Dynasty, Rhythm and Flow, International, interview with No Cash. We're gonna talk about No Cash way on from having no cash to coming up with cash. I'm gonna tell you a story. First of all, I'm gonna begin and we want everybody to hear clear. I'm gonna let you mute your mic, King, whenever you're ready. Um, Tosh is in the building. We're gonna start recording immediately, and then you know what? You don't have to mute it right now, actually, really, because I don't hear no sound coming back from you. But if you like hear a sound or somebody trying to interfere with your sound, like I'm gonna let you mute yourself whenever you want to. Is what I'm trying to say. Um, no cash. Let's get down to the business, man. So, this is the interview. I am your boy D&D Dynasty. So where you from, no cash?
Well, I'm from Florence, South Carolina, a little old country hick town in South Carolina we call it Cash Flow City.
Okay, Cash Flow City. And how old are you?
I'm 21 years old with over 10 years of experience.
Okay, okay.
We'll
I
just keep
noticed
that.
that. Right, right, right. I noticed that you did music. I noticed that you do music too as well. Can you tell us about your music background and when did you start doing music?
Well, I was doing music ever since I was singing ever since I was 3. Let's say that. Not
Okay.
doing. I was singing ever since I was 3. My grandmother used to tell me this story. I used to ask her when did she knew that I could sing. She said when the doctor smacked me on the behind. She said your cry was a beautiful noise. I knew you were gonna.
Ooh, I know that's right. I know that's right. So,
After
you know,
the age when I
go ahead.
discovered after the age of 3 when I discovered it, they forced me to sing in the church. Once you find out you can sing, or once you find out you can do anything to serve the church, my family gonna put you in there and do what you got to do. So that's how I got
Right,
my training through the church.
right, right, right. Training through the church. Awesome, awesome. That's a great background to have. Growing up, and being in church like that, it's a lot of music icons that have dealt with the church and came out the church. So that's a big one, 100% applause. Um, so, do you have any siblings? Have any siblings?
Yes, I have. I'm the oldest of four sisters and brothers. I got a younger sister, IC y'all know, and I got another younger sister up under her,
Right.
IC. Her name Asha Vey. Tay name is
Uh,
Aisha Tay, but we call her IC. My
right.
other sister Aisha Vey, and my little brother name is Reggie.
Okay. 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 That's awesome. That's awesome. Um, Now we're gonna get into this like this. I want you to tell your story. Um, we do know that you have a lot of views on YouTube, but I want you to tell your story so that it sheds some light on others and how you grew from coming where you were, so that it can shed light on those and help those out. Thank you so much, Rika, man. So it
Thank
can
you, Rick.
help those out that might be going through the same situation out there. I remember seeing you on YouTube and watching you in front of the house where the guy was like, you know what I'm saying? Do some music, and I'll make sure I get you some food. You know what I'm saying? Whatever how the situation may go. And I watched you in front of that house, and I seen the talent that you had, and it really inspired. Really, it inspired me as a person to see where someone could truly come from with talent like that, throughout any barriers, any low barriers, and can break through walls and still reach to the top. But I'm gonna let you go ahead and take the floor and tell exactly your story, and we're listening. Yeah, I'm gonna put myself on mute. Go ahead and tell your story.
Well, it it's really not much of a success story. It's really a struggle and adversity story. But I'm on the ass end of it now. I'm coming out. I can see the light at the end of the tunnel. But it started with me just being a normal young kid like everybody else that's fascinated by the glamours and glitters and the name brand this and that and the ladies and just trying to have yourself some money. As young men in the hood, we ain't had fathers, a lot of us, so we was inspired by street dudes in the street that got their money a different kind of way. All my life, that's all I knew how to get my money is off the streets. I never worked a job, and so which that's not nothing to brag about. And so once I sold drugs and did what it takes to land me in prison, when I went to prison, I asked myself two questions. Well, let me go ahead. I don't get want to get ahead of myself. I went to prison, and not only did I lose my freedom and my money and things that I had, my accolades, my fame.
Right.
I lost my grandmama and my granddaddy when I went there. Both of them died, and they raised me my whole life. So it's like for the first time in my life, I began to contemplate living life without them while I was in prison. And I didn't want to even come home. I wanted to try to do something else. I was going to hurt somebody in prison just so I could stay in there a little while longer. You see how crazy that sounds? And when I
Mhm.
began say this, I express these feelings to my room dog and to different people in prison. They're like, man, you don't know what you're gonna do when you get out, man. You can use that voice. Boy, you sing back here, you get on my nerves all day in the room. You be up there with the COs and you got the chaplain coming to hear you sing. So I'm like, okay, yeah, yeah, yeah. But I've been singing all my life. Singing ain't really, did what I wanted it to do. And so he kept telling me, my roommate, like, man, you gotta have faith. You gotta believe in yourself. Look what you did. So he sent me to a verse in the Bible. I don't remember where it's at. I want to say it's John somewhere, but I know what it said. It said,
Right.
your gift shall open up doors and place you before great men.
That's right.
And I don't know why, but reading that gave me strength because
Right.
I knew what my gift was. My gift is my voice. So I was like, yo, if the Bible says your gift will open up doors and place you before great men,
Hmm.
I need to see some of those great men. Let me put this scripture to the test on my way out. And so I began to ask myself questions before I contemplated selling drugs again. Because, of course, when you don't know how to make money no other way but selling drugs and getting it out the mud, and you got felonies on your record when you get out, it's going to be that
Mhm.
much harder for you to land a job. It's just so easy to do the wrong thing again. And so
Mhm.
I contemplated ways of doing what I did over better. I wanted to sell drugs again, but do it better, not get caught, save my money a little better. And I began to think like that until a wise thought came to me and said, ask yourself two things before you decide to say you're going to do this again. And the two questions were, one question was, I asked myself, if I got out and made $1 million selling drugs and got caught again, and I went before the judge, and the judge said to you, if you go out there and get every dime of that million that you made, I mean every cent, and bring it in here to the courtroom, I'll let you free.
Hmm.
And I asked myself, would you go and get every dime you had and give it to the judge so you could be free? And I quickly answered the damn question. Yeah, every damn dime. I
I know
wouldn't have
that's
tried
right.
that shit. So I said, okay, good answer. Next question. If you happen to get locked up again and you get out there selling drugs and you make $10 million this time and you get locked up, would you be okay with taking care of your children from behind the wall with $10 million? Or would you rather spend time with your kids without a dime at all? And I say, I'd rather spend time with my kids without a dime at all. And I meant it. So when I answered those two questions, then myself said to myself, then why the hell would you get out here and put your life in harm's way anyway for a dollar? If you can make $10 million and don't be happy with it taking care of your kids, if you can make 1 million and you'll give it all back, then why the hell would you even put your life on the line in the first damn place? So when I realized that was an ignorant thought of me to try to sell drugs again, then I reversed that thought. I say, over my dead body, I would never sell drugs again.
Right.
I would
Right.
never go to prison again if I just don't sell these drugs again, especially for a long time. So I came up with that and I said, okay, I'm not going to sell drugs, but I still didn't know how I was going to make it. I don't have any work skills. I can't bam a hammer. I don't know how to do nothing. I'm not a manual man. I'm a thinker. I work with my head, or I can work with my voice. And it never worked all this time. And I knew you need money, you need a budget, you need a team, you need management. So I wasn't thinking that. So when I came home, I quickly found myself in a place where a lot of us are right now. I ain't gonna say us because you're not there. You got your own place. Junior's staying with his mom. Technically, we talked about it. Technically, he's homeless, but he got a place to stay. He's sheltered.
Right.
But a lot of people are homeless, man, and don't want to embrace the fact of it. A lot of people get mad at me because I embrace the truth of my homelessness and speak out about it and say, I'm homeless. Now they look at me, yeah, you might look at this couch I'm sitting in and say, where is he now? It's a nice place he's in. This is my mom's house.
Hmm.
God bless the child that got his own. This ain't mine. So if you're somewhere staying with your mom and you're over 30 years old with your own kids and your kids ain't at your mama's house either, even if your kids there, you homeless. Now whether you want to embrace that or not, that's on you. Whether you want to look at it for what it really is or not, that's on you. But I chose to embrace my truth. I chose to face my adversities. I chose to handle my struggle in a different way than I've ever did in my life,
Right.
which is tough it out, endure, long suffer a little bit, decrease my desires so I don't need so much Louis, Gucci, Prada, and fancy friends that want me to have a pocket full of money. Be okay with a buddy that can be around your ass and y'all just got a bottle of water and sitting there talking together or some shit like that. So that's what I
Right.
did. And I got home in 2012, and over the past, I'll say 7 to 8 years, I've
Yes.
been using my gift to make room for me. And I didn't even believe it wholeheartedly, but little by little, slowly but surely, gradually, God began to introduce me to those great people, put great people. Now watch this. Some fucked up people was in my face a lot of times too, and they misused me and all kinds of stuff. I went through ups and downs and all of this because it's sort of like when a female meet a man that she think is a good catch and he got money. Sometimes they attach themselves to that man because they think he's going to do the right thing or because they think he has the resources to help them, but the money
Right.
gives them leverage over their
That's
lives.
it. That's
and,
it.
and the money gave people leverage over my life. I ain't even a female, but I did things like a bitch. Just being honest,
Yeah.
like
Yeah.
I was depending
Yeah.
on men who never really had my damn interests at heart anyway. They just wanted to misuse me. Now, see, I'm
That's
all
it.
about being used because if you can't be used, your ass is useless. But
Yeah.
I just don't want nobody misusing me. And I went through a lot of that. But after all of the misusing, God let so many people misuse me till I said, damn people, I don't even want to depend on nobody no more. God, matter of
That's
fact,
right.
God, make me, if I'm talking to anybody that's claiming to help me and I got to convince them or I have to talk too much, make it don't work and make me just leave the situation. And that began to happen. Every time I found myself talking too much to somebody trying to figure out how they gonna help me or make them understand, my mind say, quit, this ain't the one. And when
That's
I did
right.
that, God began to put me before people who were willing to help me. I ran into the guy Spike Fee about 2013, a year after being home struggling. I was at
Uh-huh.
when I was doing what I normally do. I'll walk the windows in the restaurant or get a ride there, kick it with the manager, whether it's a female or a male, use my gift of gab, my singing or whatever, to get a bag of food or not. And normally they would give me a bag of food. I would eat me and take it outside and share it with other homeless people and get on about my business. This particular
Yes.
day, a videographer was in Wendy's. I didn't know him, but he knew of me because my name rang bells where I'm from when it comes to talent. I won every talent show I ever been in. I was on the highest chorus at my school. I sung on all the choirs that was good in my city. I sung on the best choir and the biggest choir in my state. I've always been doing things with music, but I invested more of my time, money, and
There you
effort
go.
to the streets and said I was trying to do music. But I put most of my time into the streets and it paid off. It got my ass a nice fat 5 year bid in prison, lost
That's
everything,
right.
my mind, everybody. So that paid off pretty dearly. Now I realize I need to put my energy into something else that could possibly pay off something of productivity, progression, success. And like I said, when I met that guy, he said he finally met somebody to help him keep the dust off of his cameras. He say, I want to put my cameras on you because shooting these videos for these guys with this music that ain't going no way. I get tired of shooting all these videos and this whack music. I got to sit there for hours at the screen editing it, and it ain't going no way. So I was like,
Right.
okay. So you really think I can do something? He said, you damn right, boy. You can go viral. I say, what the hell is viral? He say, well, viral is this thing, man. You can go if you go 50,000 views in less than a month. You're viral, man, and I think you can do it. So that was his goal.
Blessing.
His goal was 50,000 views, and that was it. The nigga put my video
Right.
up. First video we did was homeless man sings for a Big Mac inside of McDonald's, and when he
That's
put
right.
up, he did 50,000 views before the first hour. Nearly lost his mind and called me every 5 hours saying, look, do you see where the numbers at? Do you see what we're doing now? And I'm sitting here like, why is he so excited about this one thing? We should be doing a whole lot more of these, right?
That's right. That's right. That's right.
And
Thank
so,
you so much. I appreciate that.
but God was
And
working. Go ahead.
right. And I don't mean to cut you off. A lot of folks don't realize and understand, even when you're going through that situation and you're dealing with trials and tribulations, and you seem like there's no way out, if you stick fast and hold, you never know who you gonna cross, whose path you going to meet along the way. And that was one of the things that I was hearing you say. You dedicated all your time into the streets and everything into the streets, and you got only what the streets gave you. But when you dedicate your time into something real, you understand what I'm saying?
I
It's
got
where you put your time into. Go ahead.
right. I got back
Go
a
ahead.
YouTube channel with over 230,000 subscribers that I own, 70 million views, worldwide fame all over the world. I can go anywhere. If I go into the airport, it's almost like I'm a celebrity, brother, because somebody gonna say, "Hey, are you that guy?" And so that began to happen before I even realized what I had done. Until I snapped into it and said, "Damn, boy, you know what? You don't have the fortune, you don't have the success,
Right.
but you have the fame. Now, what are you gonna do with it?" Because for a long time, I was sitting around still looking for people to help me before I came to, and
Right.
struggled for about 5 6 years until I just finally said, you know what? I'm just gonna do what I can do for myself. And that was I couldn't even do my YouTube channel for myself because I didn't know how to videographer, I didn't know how to edit, and I don't know a damn thing about
Right.
it. So
Right.
I just had a phone to be able to shoot the video with, no editing, throw the bitch up. If it work, it work. If it don't, it don't. My channel suffered from that because if
Right.
upkeeping your channel mint condition, editing things rightly, if you're not having good thumbnails and certain things like that, your channel YouTube algorithms hold your channel back. It's called a shadow ban. So I've been going
Shadow
through
ban.
shadow ban. I've been going through shadow ban by YouTube for the past 5 years. But even in a shadow ban, I've been getting the views and the subscribers that I got organically. Never bought a view.
Wow.
Nobody never gave me no PR, publicists, none of that shit. What happened was the first video, Homeless Man Sings for a Big Mac, New York Times reached out to Spike Fee on his channel
Okay.
saying, is this real? Are you the homeless man? Is that guy really homeless? He answered all the questions truthfully, but he told him he wasn't the homeless man. And they was like, well, we don't want to talk to you. So he
Right.
called, was like, yo, some people, he didn't know it was New York Times though. They was just in his inbox asking him questions on
Right.
YouTube. So he said to
If
me,
you are in here right now, I don't mean to pause on you. If you're in here right now, we're with no cash. This is an interview and it is being filmed. If you're in the comments, we really appreciate all the gifters that who are here that are gifting. We really appreciate you guys. Momentarily, we're going to bring those up to answer questions. Now, he's telling us about his story and how he began from no cash to no cash. He has 75 million views online. So we want to hear about this guy's story, and it's a blessing to be interviewing him. Go ahead, bro.
what's up, cousin Joe Kinetic? I see you in the building, bro. I see you, cousin Joe. Um, where did I leave off at?
You left off at really telling, how it was a blessing from you, how you go off into, places, people see you, you know what I'm saying, you're recognized, but how you got there to that place.
Not Spike Lee. She said Spike Lee. It's Spike Fee. But yeah, anyway, I realized I asked myself, what am I going to do with this fame? Because
Okay.
For a long time, I didn't know what to do except for wait on the check from YouTube a month, and it wasn't a big one because they was robbing me. It was like I was singing other people's songs and not even singing their songs. You say you heard the Drake, the joint that I did started from the bottom. It wasn't even like
Yeah.
Drake. I didn't use none of his words or anything, but because I said it was started from the bottom. They paid Drake all of my money from the video. I got 10 million views from that. They paid it all to Drake. I sung John Legend's All of Me. I got over 30 million views on that video. That's damn near a third of what John Legend got his damn self. And they took all the money. So people was asking questions like, why is he still homeless when he got all these millions of views? Well, I tell people all the time, just like when I came over here to this app, stop paying attention to the fucking numbers. You're gonna lose yourself. Numbers
Now you
will lose,
heard him, right?
huh?
And I'm glad you came on my panel and said that. I hope those are that are listening, you listen to something great when he said that. Stop looking at numbers. Numbers is great, but they don't mean nothing. Go ahead.
They don't number. Okay, it's true that men lie, women lie, numbers don't. That's the truth. But numbers can deceive you, meaning numbers can be tweaked and twerked. You might be looking at somebody with 10 million beings on here, but you don't know they got 10 people sending them 10 dragons. See? Now you looking at those numbers thinking, oh my God, they got 20 million beings. Oh, how can I do that? It can be done. Yes, it can be done, but you need 10 people with 10 dragons. But if you
Right.
looking at those numbers like it can be done thinking you're going to do it, you're going to be lost because nobody's going to tell you the magic behind how they're getting their numbers. If it's magic. And most times when you see a lot of numbers, it's some magic going on, like some
You better
support,
believe
some influence, a budget, and all of this. Well, with me,
it.
200,000 subscribers on YouTube and 70 million views, it was the exact opposite. All organic, no PR, no nothing. So now imagine this. Imagine if I had a PR, a publicist, a budget, manager, and a movement going from day one. Them 200 and something thousand subscribers would have very well been over a million now. And those 70 million views could have possibly been close to a billion. And that would have been a better situation than what I'm looking at, right? But we look
Right.
at a lot of views and subscribers and people saying, why is he still homeless? Because they falsely identifying success with YouTube numbers. And I want to show people that when I came home from prison, it was the exact opposite. Dudes was buying views and buying subscribers because this was before YouTube had their algorithms and stuff tweaked.
That's right.
And I thought when I saw the numbers then, there again, focusing on numbers, ooh, they're doing good because they got 500,000 views in 2 months. They bought them. See, so I begin to see it's a lot of smoke and mirrors with this industry in the game.
That's right, bro. Go ahead.
And I am an artist. I'm very talented. I can do a lot of great things with my music and my voice and my writing skills. But I began to see after being out here for 3 or 4 years struggling trying to get in the industry is not somewhere that I want to be. I am not an industry nigga. I'm an in the streets nigga.
And
It's,
when you talk about the industry, I don't mean to cut you off. When you talk about the industry, um, explain to them, because me coming and producing and doing music, offered all type of deals that I turned down to be independent. Can you explain to them about the music industry and the harsh things of the music industry? Go ahead.
well, simple as put, without trying to make it sound all conspiracy theories and like you can't understand it. It's just simple as put, man. you are you are getting in bed with someone that is out of your league. You're gonna sign over all of your rights. You're gonna sign over all of you're gonna give away your creative control. Right now, any artist that believe in music and you're doing it independently and you have control over what you're writing, what you're doing, how you do it, enjoy that. Because if you sign a deal, all of that's going out of the window. They're gonna tell you what to do, how to write it, what they looking for. Even your budget. And so, not to mention, you got to pay that budget back. So at the end of the day,
Right.
you don't need the budget to come from a label. I tell artists, all you need is a budget. Now, how you get that budget? Okay, all the record label is a bank for artists that loans you money with a high ass interest rate that you got to pay back. So all you got to do is get you that loan any way you can. If you're independent and you got good credit and you take you out a loan for 250 or $300,000 because you can do that, there's your damn label right there. If you got somebody in your family that has money that believe in you that says, okay, I'm willing to sacrifice 80 to 100 in you, how fast can we get it back? There's your bag right there. You don't need a label, you just need a budget.
There you go.
A lot of ways to get that budget, but there's a lot of ways that labels are jerking people too. They got 360 deals where they want it used to be they get a part of record sales. Now they want a part of record sales, show money, merch money, everything you doing, you gonna have to pay them a percentage when you sign that deal. When if you would just take your time, build a foundation, get you a budget, get you a little small team, and start from where you are, making $50,000 independently is better than
That's
making
right.
$250,000 on a label.
Hmm.
I'm gonna say that again. Selling
Say it again, bro.
50,000 records by yourself independently out your trunk with your team and your little budget that you got is better than selling 300,000 copies on a label because the label
And that's one.
down so
Go ahead.
much. So many people gonna get cut out of that 300,000. It won't equal up to be 50,000 that we just said you could have made by yourself.
Right, because you're gonna be giving out money to the beat maker, to the video maker, to the
All you do is the label gonna cut. If you made 300, you sold 300,000 records. The label gonna make that 300 look so little before you get it, and then when you get your little bit, it might be 50, and you owe, like he say, producers, this one, that one. So now you looking at about maybe 15, $20,000 in your album just sitting up there. You don't know whether they gonna promote it or what gonna happen with it, and you sitting there with $10,000 in all. Like, oh Lord, what's going on? With no control. Can't call nobody and say, hey, y'all gonna put the album out or when? Now you waiting to hear from somebody on the progress of your movement. And not me. Right now, I'm just doing it little by little, pacing myself, getting it done the best way I see fit. And I think that freedom, it's a struggle.
yes.
It's not easy, but that freedom and that leverage is much better than anything, man. And so
And I'm
it's
pretty sure, right, and I'm pretty sure wherever when you came up on these views, you've been approached. I'm pretty sure you have, millions of times.
I took myself. Guess what? I didn't come up with this bright idea to not be in the industry off the bat. I thought the industry was where I needed to be. I thought I was an industry plant. So I was doing things like I waste a lot of time and money. I went to Revolt Music Conference with Puff Daddy the first year that he did that, in
Uh huh.
2014, and I really set it off. Like no lie, everybody who's somebody, every artist know me as the homeless man. They can't lie and say they didn't know the homeless man because I went to the Fountain Blue Hotel, one of the most expensive ones down there with Club Live in it, and I was living in the hotel with my raggedy ass clothes on. Them homeless clothes that y'all see me in, I had them on with my sign. People was trying to kick me out the damn hotel, and I'm like, look here, I got my receipt. You better leave me alone. I'm good. I got a room here. But the bottom line I'm saying is I went around them to show them that I don't have to have the money, I don't have to have the look. I can have these raggedy ass clothes on, and I'll gain attention around y'all. And guess what, bro? I
That's
got
right.
attention than all of them. Puff Daddy shook my hand and smiled at me with that little diamond in his teeth. He let me get.
Mm-hmm.
Busta Rhymes met me at Club Lives, hugged me, and said some of the greatest shit he ever said to
That's
anybody.
right.
Let me get away because now I wouldn't want to do no deal with them no matter what the fuck they was offering me. I'm just being real because here's what I see. I see that it would only be for a monetary gain because if they really cared when they saw me there, when they had the chance to connect with me, they would have. But it was like I was a diamond in the rough that they just overlooked. And to me, that kind of insulted me.
I
It's
feel
like
you.
it's like you don't see my value when I was right there in your face, but then now you gonna wait until I done did all of what I can do for myself, and now you're gonna zero back around and you want to try to do something. It's almost like it'd be stupid to do that then because now you got yourself almost to where you need to be, and you go and sign a deal now, you're gonna be miserable. It's a lot of little young artists right now. If you listen to them, they telling you they don't want to be in them deals. They kind of, and if you look up, they ain't dropping their next album like they should and all that. That's because they ain't got no control over when they drop it. That's
See,
because they got to wait on somebody to tell them when the next time something's gonna happen. And nobody really wants to do that kind of shit. So if you're an artist, do all you can for yourself. Even when it comes to a manager, you don't even need a manager until you have something that needs to be managed. Do what the hell
right.
you need to do for you until you over exceed the expectations that you have for yourself, and then you can't manage what you have going on, and now you need a manager. But you don't need a manager until you have something to manage.
Uh-oh. You see what I'm saying? And what would you say to the person that is he's trying to get into music, he's got his thing together. He's trying to get in music. He don't have his thing together all the way. He doesn't have uh studio equipment. He doesn't have the money to put into it. What would you say to him?
I would say keep doing it from where you're doing it at. Keep writing. If you write, keep writing. Keep coming up with sounds and hearing your imaginations and your melodies, because the studio just helps you get out what you have in your head. So right now you may not have the money, you may not have the studio, but you got all the ingredients. If you ain't working with them ingredients and getting yourself sharp and crafting your art, you won't need to get no damn studio, because a studio is for when you are ready to lay your shit down. A lot of people like to go in the studio playing and doing pre-production, but a studio ain't for pre-production. You do that shit at home. You do that in a play studio where somebody got some hooked up to the computer and all that. But when you take your ass into that big boy studio with them boys for them high dollars, you better not go in there playing. You better have your shit all the way ready, what you want to do, and don't waste time, because they ain't gonna tell your ass you wasting time. They gonna let your ass stay on the clock, because time is money.
That's right. That's right. That's right. That's right. And time is money. And you know, going I'm gonna ask you another question because I know we're gonna get to I know they wanna ask you, your relationship life. Are you with someone? Do you?
No, I'm single now, man. I was married for about 8 months. I married a woman that I fell in love with. I love hard. I didn't want to be married, but she wanted to be married, and so I loved her, and I knew that I could stick up to those vows, but she didn't understand what marriage really was. For a better choice of words, I won't sit here and try to bash her, because I loved her with the ed on it,
Right,
but I
right.
fell in love with her because I was loving her so hard and overextending myself from behind. I ain't even had nothing. I was a homeless man living with my mom. She knew this and all of this, right? And I came out of the backfield. I got a job for her, worked for 7 or 8 months, saved up money to get her a ring. I ain't even had money to eat with, and I saved up $2,500 to get her a ring. It's like I went above and beyond to show her,
Well, that's real love. Yeah.
yeah, I want to be with you. I worked a job, nigga. I ain't never worked a job in my life. She full out education.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like, this is what you do. This is the kind of compromise you do when you try to live life with someone and do life with someone. Granted, I didn't
Yes.
work all my life. I couldn't sit there and say, look, I don't know how to work. I ain't never worked. I can't make no excuses. I got to try. So I tried. I worked 8 months. I did things that she thought I should do over what I think I should do. That's called the compromise. And I did that for so long till it was time for her to make her move and match what I've been doing. She just didn't want to do it. It was hard for her to do it, meaning she's living in New York, got a 30 something dollar an hour job. I just got my
Uh-huh.
little job down here and did everything I needed to do to prove to her I'm ready. And now it's time for her to do something, whether it's move me up there or quit the job and move down here and find a job. And she couldn't make those proper adjustments. It was all about her. It wasn't about the vows she took. It wasn't about me included in most of the things. And so I still toughed it out. I'm here. She's in New York. I'm in Florence. The COVID hit, and I moved to New York right before the COVID. I went to New York, and COVID hit the next fucking day.
Wow.
Now, it would have worked if it wasn't for COVID. I will say that. But
Right.
COVID, everybody's stuck in the house in New York. And I'm talking about New York had looked like the streets on the movies. When you see New York's on the movies and they know cars on the streets and shit like that, you know they made that up. That's how New
Yeah.
York when I was there, bro. Cars wasn't even driving on the damn street. Buses wasn't
Wow.
on the damn street. I'm like, what the fuck? I never seen New York like this. So anyway, long story short, She only got enough space for her and her daughter. But now she got a husband that she got to make room for me. We got
Yeah.
to do what it takes to make life what we want it to be. And I was coming out the backfield, man, doing what I needed to do. And it got to be a little bit overwhelming to her to keep
Mhm.
up with the pace of a marriage, to be what I needed to be what the marriage needed. And so she wanted a
Yeah.
divorce. I moved back home. She kicked me out up there for over, when you stay with a woman, like they say, when God blessed the child that got his own, if you
Right.
stand, that gives her leverage over you to say you got to leave. And if she wants to put you out. And she did
Yeah.
that. Now here's the thing. Even after putting me out, because I give her the benefit of the doubt, it was cabin fever. Everybody's in the house. She only had like a 1 bedroom apartment with her and her daughter there. So now it's me, her,
Right.
and her there. She got a dog. She got a cat. It was like everybody in this place, one little place, and it was just too much for that. It was just her daughter
Right.
needed her. She needed her space. I fucking needed to breathe in space. So things was happening to where as though she put me out. I left New York, came back home. We still married. I'm striving to work it out still. Look, this is nothing. I mean, people go through much more than this. We didn't go through anything yet. Come on, man, you stronger than this. I mean, remember your vows. Look, I could be leaving you. I could be going on and trying to sleep with somebody else now. We can do this. That's the guy I was. And at the end of the day, she just didn't want to rise to the occasion. It took a lot more compromising, a lot more effort from her that she wasn't willing to give. And so the effort she put into it was, I want the divorce. And I was like, okay, well, if first I didn't want to give her the divorce. I was like, look, damn, we just got married. We did shit. You ain't cheat. I ain't cheat. We ain't even went through shit.
Right.
I'm
Right.
trying to do it right. It didn't work. And so you can't be with somebody that don't want to be kept. No matter how much I love her. In my family, they don't believe in divorces. My grandmama and granddaddy died together. Shit, they was married over 60 something fucking years and
Yeah.
died.
Same mind.
So I'm not used to, even in my family, if you married and you thinking about leaving your wife, the men gonna come sit your ass down and sit around you in a circle and tell you, look here, boy, you better think that's your wife. You blah blah blah. They gonna tell
That's
your ass the
right.
right thing. You know what I'm saying? But everybody
Yeah.
don't have that kind of upbringing. Everybody haven't been shown what love is. Everybody has not
That's
been
right.
shown what long suffering is. And when you in a marriage, you got to know what long suffering is, because somebody gonna do some damn suffering. And you ain't supposed to leave when you're suffering. You're supposed to
Right.
endure. That's what long suffering means, to endure the suffering and get through some things, work through some things. And for a better choice of words, I'll just say she wasn't ready for that. And
Right.
I gave her what she
Now
wanted.
would
So
you would you take that step again? Would you you know what I'm saying? Take that marriage step again
you
if
see this
life
on my
presented itself that way? Mhm.
you see this on my hand?
Mhm.
You see that?
I see you.
That's why I leave this here. Most men would have took this shit and chunked it, or pawned it and say, hell no, I ain't want no marriage ring and I ain't never getting married no more. That's not how I feel. I feel like I learned from myself, I learned from her, and I learned one major thing that I would never do again. I ain't gonna say I would never marry, but I would never marry for the reasons that I married again. The only reason I would get married again, this is a reminder to me. This is my left hand. When I was married to her,
Mhm.
me on the left hand, because there's a vein that's connected to your heart that runs through your arm to this finger. That's why people don't know why they put it on this finger. The vein is connected from your heart to this finger, which is a symbolism of a cycle of life together forever.
That's
And
right.
they don't stick to the vows. So when I got the divorce, instead of making it make me bitter, I let it make me better. I married me. This on
See?
this means I'm married to me. I love me the way the vows say love you, through better or for worse, sickness and health, rich or for poor, to death do me part. And anybody that get in my life from this point on gonna have to love me like that before I ever say I do to them again. If you're not able to show me that I'm valuable to you before I'm saying I do, I'm never gonna say I do again. I said I do, striving to prove to someone that I love them, that I love you enough to go the extra mile for you.
Right, right, right.
Everybody ain't gonna give you that back in return, and I'm not willing
They
to
really
give it
not.
more without it back in return. So I got to receive that first, and then
Yeah,
I'll give.
see, that's right. We're gonna get down to some of the you know, that's one of the things that you have to do. You have to be willing to stick it through. I grew up the same way, you know what I'm saying? With my grandparents, you know, they're dead now, God rest their soul, but they stayed with each other until they croaked. It was the death do you part. And with you even saying that, a lot of folks don't even realize what that symbol of that ring carries as a person, and it being connected to your vein in the circle of life, that's forever. That's a forever thing. You know what I'm saying?
Circle don't
Appreciate your
break.
icy type for
Circle don't
being
break. This
yes.
shit keep this forever. It ain't broke. If this ring broke, it would be not a circle anymore.
That's right. That's right. People want to know what's your plans and what's your journey for your empire now.
Well, I began to realize during this struggle that that's our problem as human beings and people. Even myself, we always looking for the destination. It's like I want to be a doctor. Uh, I want to get me $250,000. I want to make me this. That's a destination. And what
Right.
happens when you reach the destination? A new journey begins. So me, I began to stop focusing on a destination. I'm just enjoying my journey. I'm learning
Receive.
along the way, and I'm accumulating things along the way. Some things that I value and some things that I don't. But nothing that I accumulate will I value more than my life and humans' lives.
That's right. That's right.
That's just my take
Thank
on
you
it
so
now.
much for the gift.
I'm a simple person now. It don't take much to please me anymore. Now people might look at me and say, "Hey, look, he got the gold teeth. Hey, look, he got this, he got that." That don't mean I don't like nice things,
Mm-mm.
but I'm not going to do anything stupid to get them.
Yes, that's right. That's right. That's right. And I agree with you. And even hearing your story and talking about the do's and the don'ts into where you've been is such a blessing because um, it's about where you're putting what you put into and how you're going to get it back. And one of the things that you said was, you know what I'm saying, you shouldn't be worried about, you shouldn't be focusing on that issue. You should just go through life and let everything come to you that allows to come through your purpose.
Well, because
That's awesome.
like I was when I got home from prison, I used to say things like, "Boy, if I could just get me a deal," and the deal was the destination. Then it went from okay, that shit ain't gonna happen. What I need now, if I could just get in the studio. It's always a
Right.
destination we putting
Thank
on
you.
ourselves. But I'm
Right.
saying you just should be enjoying the journey. This is a journey of life, and if you keep focusing on a destination or an ending point, only thing gonna happen when you get there is a new damn journey. At the end of every destination, it's a new journey. That's it. So me, I don't even want to let it. I don't want to have a destination. It's just gonna be accomplishments, and I'm gonna keep
Right,
on.
right, right.
You see?
Now, if y'all got some conversations with him, I'm going to bring y'all up momentarily. I enjoyed talking with No Cash in this interview. We're going to hurry up and get these people in here that want to ask you questions, No Cash, um, about your, listen, if you come up here and you ask them these questions, please keep it in a respectful manner, very well. And I'm going to bring you up momentarily. Uh,
Can I say something real
let's
quick?
see who we got in the building. Go ahead, go ahead, go ahead, bro.
And please, yeah, please be respectful because your ears being filmed on YouTube and watch what you
Yes,
say.
thank you so much. Thank you, Cash King Jr.
Already.
Appreciate you. And let me do this real quick. Hey, how's it going? Joe, what's good? What's good? Hit that box right now. If you got some questions for No Cash, please hit the box and I'll bring you up momentarily.
Yes,
Do
YouTube.
not be afraid to come up here.
Yes, YouTube is in here, so you are being filmed on YouTube. This will go on YouTube probably in the next 2 3 days.
Yes. So thank you so much. This will be on social media. YouTube, please be momentarily. I gave you the kick box, King Junior. If he's not speaking within a amount of certain seconds, we're gonna move on to the next one. Um,
Joe, what's up
and you
with
can
your
get
phone?
him out of Joe. What's good?
It got the little doggone lines on it. That probably mean he own it or I don't know what the fuck go. But that my cousin. You can go ahead and bring him out. He'll come back up.
Joe, we're gonna have to come back to you because we are filming at this moment, and when we're filming, we got to keep it real. Y'all please hit the box. This is No Cash. Please share the live. We are not through with this interview yet. If you need to question him, please hit that box. What's going on, Big Mama? Talk to me. What's good?
I got you, bro. I sure will.
Peace and love, hey man.
Big
Mom,
Mama, you in there?
Yeah,
What's going on with you? How you doing? How you doing? What questions do you have for No Cash?
I can't hear you.
What questions do you have for No Cash?
I have, y'all do have some questions. Let me ask you something. Okay, you said everybody said you're homeless, but you look like you got the best place. You look well groomed and you stay well groomed and you stay nice, nicely dressed. Things that I have found, and you look nice. And that's why sometimes I tell King Junior, I said, that boy homeless.
Well, let me tell you.
If I said anything wrong, I really do apologize, but that's where I feel.
You ain't gotta apologize. Let me tell you something, man. You ain't the only one feel that way. Listen, let me tell you something. You know why y'all feel that way?
When you stay here with me, I said that damn brother ain't homeless. That's why I
Listen,
said that damn brother ain't homeless.
Mom, let him talk. Go ahead, no cash.
But
listen, ma. A lot of people feel the way that you feel, right? Because what we do is we false identify homelessness with a look. We think you can look at people and tell whether they're homeless. That's the biggest lie from hell. It's some men you meet, ma, with some suits and shit on, with a car, and they ass homeless, and you think that they ain't, and they gonna let you believe that they ain't.
I
I'm
don't
just
want no damn suit.
no. I'm just saying. I'm making an example. Meaning he's coming up to you dressed in a way that you don't think he's homeless, and he gonna let you believe that he ain't homeless. Me, I don't care how I look. I don't look like what I'm going through because I feel like most homeless people don't look like
That's
what they
true.
go. When you meet homeless people that live in a shelter, they got jobs, they got clothes, they wash their ass, and they get fresh because they don't want to look like what they going through. So when you meet them, you're not gonna be. People think you're gonna look at them and be able to tell how a homeless person look. No, you can look at a bum and tell how a bum look.
That's
You can't
right.
look at people and tell how a homeless person look because there's no look that go along with homelessness. Some people are homeless with cars. Some people are homeless with worldly possessions like name brand clothes and shit. A home, just, homeless just means you don't have your own home. That don't mean that you're hopeless. It don't mean that you're helpless. It don't mean that you need to have rotten teeth. It don't mean that you need to have a nappy head. It don't mean that you need to have on holy clothes. You know, that's what everybody think.
Right. No doubt. No doubt. Big Mama, thank
Yep.
you so much for
And I'm
coming
proud
through.
of you. And I'm glad you got your head on your shoulders now. So you keep moving forward and you keep your head up and keep moving.
Yes, ma'am.
And I
And let
love
me
you.
tell you something right now, where I'm sitting at, in front of everybody. I just showed y'all last my mama let me spend the night about 4 nights ago for one night. Now we having issues because she don't know how much I'm gonna pay her. And look at what, and now I'm telling you this. It's almost like if you're going through these type of issues and you ain't got no house, you definitely know you homeless. Cause when my mama say, you ain't got that money for me, where I'm going? Where I'm going?
I don't know. Don't come to bit me.
Thank you so much, Big Mama.
I,
We
Because
appreciate you.
I,
you
I
told
can't
me if
deal
I'm
with
gonna
you
say
and King
listen,
Junior. No, I
If
can't
you're
do that.
needing to ask King Junior any questions right now at this moment, please hit the box. Big Mama, we giving everybody
I got to ask
questions
King Junior
in a
something.
minute.
I got to ask King Junior something. Let me ask you, what are your goals in life? What are you planning on doing for the future?
me, me.
King Junior.
Oh, King
Yeah,
Junior.
you.
Oh,
You,
King
see,
Junior, Big
you
Mama, King Junior is not being filmed on the live. This is about no cash. I appreciate you
Oh,
so much
I
for
thought you
coming
said
through.
well, I had to ask
This is
King
a
Junior.
no cash interview. Yeah, it's a no cash interview. I appreciate you for so much for coming through. I'm gonna have to drop you down so we can move them up momentarily. Thank you so much, and I appreciate it. Much love, Big Mama's in the building. If y'all have any questions right now, make sure y'all hit that box. Hit that box so we can ask No Cash some questions. If you don't know who No Cash is, this is an interview that's being filmed on YouTube right now as we speak. Rhythm and Flow interview with No Cash. No Cash has 75 million views on YouTube. If there's any questions that you guys need to ask him, please hit that box when you come up here. Please be very respectful. If you do not hit the box in a momentary time, then we're going to continue on with the interview. I'm going to give those time to you guys to hit the box. If you want to send gifts, please send gifts to him. We thank you so much for coming in here, for listening to his story. And we're going to continue. With that being said, we're going to continue on the talk. And if those hit the box within the time, I will bring you up within the time of us being on here. Now, let's get back to this interview, No Cash. So, um, do you have any plans with making some new music or some music coming out?
I got music. I got
Okay.
music, music on music. I just and I got a lot of songs unwritten that needs to be recorded. But my focal point has begun to get a little different when it comes to this thing, man, because music has changed in so many different ways. The way that we market music, the way that we sell music, streaming has been came in play. So I'm kind of recalibrating my thoughts on how I want to present my artistry. Um, it's not so much about EPs and albums to me anymore. I just want people to hear me. I want my presence felt. I want to make a substantial amount of money, a comfortable amount of money off of my talents and my gifts. I don't need a gazillion dollars. So I don't know, man. It's like I just want to put my music out, song by song, let people hear it. That's why I'm on Bigo. I
Right.
imagine Bigo as being my own stream service for me. That I can handle this my damn self. I don't need a secretary or operator or no one. I can sit here, I can stream my own damn music, play it live. The
That's right.
300 people that's in here with me can say, hey, I like that or not. Anybody in there wants it, they can get it from me right here. They can hear it right here, free, but they can get it right here if they want it. You want it? Send me a gift. You want it? Send me a cash out. Put your email right there in the comment section. Bloop, 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 bloop. Now, people think that's funny and they think that's crazy. But if you could sit here and do that for yourself and honestly generate $400 to $500 a day, you just
Right.
fuck you just fucked around and created a revenue stream for yourself.
You see what I'm saying? You see what I'm saying? Um, and that's a big thing right there. Um, and he is here on Bigo. You've been on here for like what, 2 weeks now?
3 days.
Yeah, 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 yeah. See? So he is on here. You guys make sure that you do go by his live, show him some love. But so within saying that, if you had the chance to, if someone could give you information on how to drop that, and you know what I'm saying, get your music out, would you want to do that?
Yes, because I don't have to get a deal to do that. I can use some of these internet services like TuneCore, iTunes, Spotify, Apple,
Spotify,
and I can put it up,
Apple.
micromanage it myself.
Right, right. And we're gonna talk big and heavy because I'm gonna help you with some publishing on how to get that out and get that situated and done. Um, we'll talk. We'll talk even more, and I'm giving you my info so you know how to reach me. Um, within saying that, you know what I'm saying. So tell me, um, what's your plans? Just being on here, like, what is your are you let the people know that you're available for shows, talent shows? Uh, uh, um, I'll let you go
Interview
ahead and speak. Like, what's your interviews? Go
on
ahead.
this Bigo app. I'm just here after New York Times did the articles on me. After they did two. After Huffington Post magazine put out an article.
And this is New
Mike,
York Times, y'all. This is New York Times. Go ahead, bro. Go ahead and talk.
Michael, Steve Harvey, to name a few. All these people talked about me on their shows and printed stories on me. But they were saying the homeless man that's using his voice to inspire many. The homeless man that's, saying John Lennon better than John Legend. It was never a name. It was never social media tag to it. It was just, who is this homeless guy with the beautiful voice, right? So now that's how I became famous. What I'm doing on this is striving to connect with some of those people, those 75 million people that saw that, and say, hey, look, here's me now. I have music here. If you want me to sing at your birthday party, if you want me to sing at your funeral, your family's funeral, at a picnic, whatever, family reunion, I'm here. My songs is here. I'm playing my music. A lot of what I do on this app is just sit up in a car in a room and play my music, be in my vibe. If they like what I got going on, we talk about it. If they like a song, I may say, "Hey, you sent me a shield today. Put your comment, put your email address in the comment section. I'm about to send you that song that you like." It's like I'm gonna create an experience over here that I finally can be self-sufficient and in control of what I'm doing because I don't have to edit videos over here. I don't have to be a master videographer. I can set my camera up like I got it right here, get in front of this bad boy, and go.
Now I want to ask you a question. Is there something you could do for us today? Sing something or anything?
I would love to play something for y'all today because right now my voice is goddamn butchered, bro.
Okay, that's fine. That's
We
fine.
want
That's fine.
watch this.
I just wanted to give you that opportunity.
No, I'm gonna tell you what though. I'm gonna come back to your platform. We gonna do a lot of shit together. I might come to your platform and do a show.
And by the way, guys, listen, this guy will be in Rhythm and Flow on Friday. He is one of the judges in Rhythm and Flow. The guy
Tomorrow.
is a awesome guy. He can sing his tail off. Um, he has been on his live singing a lot, so his voice is, you know what I'm saying, it's been struck from the time he done been on. I came in his live, like I think the first couple of nights, that Joker, he was going in. I came in there and he and nonstop. I think he was at a box, like he was going in. I mean, giving it his all. And you know what I'm saying? So I respect him and I understand the craft and the talent. But go ahead, bro. I don't want to cut you off. What was you finna say?
Now, my motto for 2021 is no complaints, no excuses, get her done. So I definitely wouldn't sit here in front of these people giving you any complaints about that. If I could sing and not make a fool out of myself, you wouldn't even have to ask. I would
I
have blanked.
understand.
But
You
just give
know
me some
me. It's
time.
just a right.
Bigo is beating my ass up over the past two 2 weeks and 3 days, and not just Bigo. I do Bigo overkill, and then I got regular life, and then I got studio time, and then I'm all this shit. It's like it's just too much. So I gotta kind of
Right.
I gotta recalibrate, calm things down, and when I come back and resurface, I'm gonna be doing talent shows on this app. I'm gonna be doing interviews on this app because I feel like all I want to do is touch bases with the 70 something million people that saw me and may be confused
Yes,
that's going on with me. Is he
that's
really
right.
homeless? Is he not? Is he still homeless? What is he doing? What is his plans? What is going on? I'm here now to let everybody know what they want to know. And there's no dumb question. There's no stupid question. The only dumb question is a question not asked. But what you
And
can't
you
do,
heard him.
you cannot draw a conclusion or lean upon your own uneducated perception. Everybody
Right.
has their perceptions. But if you don't take your time to research and understand a person or a thing, then your perception could be false. It might be real to you, but not truthful and not factual.
And listen, anybody that has a question for him, you can easily tap that box, come up here and ask him the question. You are more likely welcome to do that.
When I see Kim
Um,
Webb, I saw her question. It was, do I copyright my music? I've been copyrighting my music before I went to prison. I always knew the importance of copywriting, and it doesn't take much to copyright your music. You got to just deal with the Library of Congress, and you can copyright one song or 100 songs for the same price. But ain't nobody gonna tell you that. If you take your rump down there and copyright one for that 50 something dollars, then that was just you doing that because you could have copyright 51 for the same price. So it's not a
that's
costly
right.
thing to copyright your music. I've always been in the know of copyrighting music and making sure that I copyright my music to make sure nobody don't steal your intellectual property. But yeah, that's it. Copyright your music so nobody won't steal your intellectual property. But copyrighting your music is just the bare minimum of what you need to do because copyrighted music and you having it and doing nothing with it does no good. You got to be
That's
putting.
right. Hold on, we got somebody up here real quick. Gonna bring them up here real quick. How's it going, Miss Taylor?
How you doing? It's Michael Jackson.
I'm doing good. How are you? Do you got a question for
Uh,
No Cash?
I think I'm just coming into the room for the first time, and I saw that you guys were talking about music and stuff, right?
Yes. Have you seen No Cash? Do you know who No Cash is? No Cash has 75 million views online. This is an interview. So you actually being filmed on YouTube as we speak right now. Do you want to hear any of uh his question? You want to give him a question on how did he get those, or a question on how he started as a. If you go look at his videos, he was homeless in front of a house. So he's telling you how he went from no cash to no cash.
Damn,
So
Diane,
do you have any
why you
questions
gotta
for
do
him?
that to the man like that?
No, no, no. I'm just speaking. He's speaking his story. He's telling his story. He's
Truth.
not holding back. This
He
is
telling
this is
the
the
truth.
truth.
Well,
It's the
I
truth.
hope one day you don't represent me, Dynasty, and tell my story after you introduced me of having 75 million views.
Now listen, he telling you the
Now
truth.
listen. I'm telling him the truth. I'm telling you the truth on what he's telling his story about.
Some
Um,
things you take to your grave, baby. You hear me?
okay, but do you have a I understand you, I feel
Yes,
you, but do you have any questions for
My question is, Boo, put
him?
I'm sorry.
Okay.
She was doing
I
too much.
think you good. You good.
You,
Sometimes people didn't have a little bit much to drink, but we're gonna continue. We're gonna continue on with this interview, and it's okay. I
Cash, come up
appreciate
in
you.
the box, girl. Talk to us. Y'all come up here and talk, man. Make the interview. Ask me some
Come up
questions.
here and talk. Make this
you,
and ask us some questions. Come on, people.
I'm sorry.
Let's go. You
I'm
know what I'm
sorry.
saying? Let's get it.
Bull.
I know.
I'm not a bull
I
with
know
no
it's people's in
but
the
I ain't gonna
building.
bite nobody.
Right. Right. I know it's people's in the building. Please hit that box. D, hit that box. Let's ask them some questions. If you're here, don't be afraid of the camera. If you're scared of the camera, don't be afraid to ask the man any questions. This is here, and we're here at this point to do that. I see a lot of people in the room. A lot of people in the room. Queen Cassie, if you got any questions. Aubrey, if you got any questions. You know what I'm saying? Black Gold, if you got any questions. Black Coffee, if you got any questions. If anybody got any questions, please hit that box. You know, we're going to continue on with this interview. Um, so let that be known. He will come with music for people to hear. He's making connections with people as we speak.
And then
So
just check me out on my Bigo Live over here. I mean, I be playing my music all the time. I mean, I don't have management. I don't have a budget. but I'm doing what I got to do without any excuses. See, a lot of times people allow what they don't have to hinder them from moving forward. They'll say, I don't have a budget, or I don't have a manager, or I don't have this, I don't have a home. Those are
Right.
excuses. I don't have any of those things, but I know that there's certain things that I can do. And until you do something to help you, you don't know what you can accomplish. And
That's
that's what I
right.
whatever little that I can do for me. And every little bit helps. It got me to where I am today.
Thank you so much. I appreciate you. Thank you so much for the gifts. I'm sitting here interviewing No Cash. No Cash is a YouTube sensation, 75 million views. This is an interview from Rhythm and Flow. We are on YouTube as we speak. If anyone has any questions, we're talking about his story from coming up as homeless to no cash to cash, and he's telling you his story on how the situation goes. So No Cash, um, in this journey, how would you say, do you like this app? Like, what would you say about this app?
I would say it's a gift and a curse. I love this app more than any other app. I would say that. But the gift and the curse about this app to me is that I like it for the potential that it has. I like it because I don't have to be a videographer to work it. I like it because I don't have to edit shit. It's live. I like it because I can be more self-sufficient. But this shit will suck your ass up and it takes a lot of time and you will become a Bigo crackhead for real. You would have to take in dosage. You would need Bigo in the morning and Bigo in the night just a little bit. But me, I be Bigo all damn day. And boy, it can be wear and tear on your energy. That's all I'm saying. I be tired as hell. Not tired, but tired like the detergent.
Right, right, right. Ty like the detergent. I hear exactly what you said. Make sure you guys follow the panel. I'm so excited to even cross paths with No Cash and seeing this story. Um, thank you so much. Thank you so much, Tosh. Y'all make sure y'all follow Tosh. This is being filmed on BLTV online. So if you have been in here and you have missed this interview, you can see this interview. It will be filmed and put on online YouTube. That's BLTV online. Um, he said, "Don't tell my boss I'm working there." I feel you, bro. I feel you. I understand. I get you. I get you. But in the comments, BLTV online. So no cash, like I say, even listening to your story and watching where you come from and even going back to the point of um you know what I'm saying, you said that you were doing covers, you were doing these covers and Drake got the money for him, or what's his name got the money for him. Explain to them when you do a cover on someone's song, and by them having the copyright on it, that is majorly that you should at least come up with your or at least have you something written so that when you do get those views and those views hit off and it's an original, you will get paid for them. But go ahead, I'm gonna let you touch on that base.
Well, here's the thing. As long as nobody, if you're doing original music, you're going to be all right because there's not going to be a copyright on it. But if you do somebody else's song, that's other people's intellectual property. It's called IP. And intellectual property means somebody's ownership. So at the end of the day, if somebody has the song and you're doing a remake, you can't get paid from their intellectual property, so to speak. But I find it
Right.
amazing how we can come over here on a live situation and we can play all the damn music we want and there ain't no copyright infringement. But see,
That's
they can
right.
do what they want to do. That's all I'm trying to show y'all. So at the end of the day, over there, if you're singing somebody else's song that's someone else's intellectual property, they're gonna get paid for that. If you don't want to waste your time doing things that pay other people, sing your own stuff. Or they have songs that are copyright friendly on YouTube. You can research and find songs of people who allow their music to be used. Some people let you use it and don't want anything. Some people let you use it and they want to split with you. But something is better than nothing.
That's right. That's right. That's right. And I would agree to that. There's something is better than nothing. Dealing with this coronavirus and the things that have went around this world, as a whole, what would you say to the people and what we are going through at this time with the world?
I
What's
would
your
just,
thoughts on that?
I'm gonna say something real deep that I be thinking all the time. I think a lot of what we know about Corona, COVID-19, certificate of vaccination ID, or whatever you want to call it, we only know what we know by what they say on the news, the information that they program us with. I'm saying we need to be careful. We need to take precautions and we need to prepare ourselves, but we don't need to be scared. And we don't need to be acting like this is the worst that we've ever seen. Because at the end of the day, the more we let them scare us and use these fear mongering tactics to get our elders, your mothers, and our women scared, the rest is history after that. Then they can do what they want to do to us. They can tell us things like go in the house and everybody got to take their ass in the house. They can tell us things like we're going to shut this shit down and y'all can't do nothing. That's because they see that the temperature with us is so high. We're scared. People are scared. And with fear, they can control you. But y'all got to remember that fear only stands for false evidence appearing real. Stop letting people fool you. COVID might be a realistic thing that is affecting some people. But the way that they're making it seem like it's affecting people and the way that they're acting like these deaths are going up, and all this, it's a little bit exaggeration. And it's sort of like the numbers we were talking about earlier. Stop paying attention to the numbers.
Right, right, right. And no, you can't tap on this live. It has to be in a single line when you do a little tap, you know what I'm saying, or whatever. This is pretty much a live where you share and you give. You can feed the dino too as well. Um, but back to what we were saying. Yeah, no cash. I agree with that as a whole. We shouldn't let fear pump into us. Um, you know what I'm saying, and be fearful. Um, and what state are you in right now? You're in. Let's make
Lawrence,
that
South
clear. South Carolina. So how is it down there? People wearing their masks. People have
some and some not, man. This thing is it's kind of crazy to me, man. People doing a lot of strange things that I think is kind of ludicrous. I mean, if you are elderly lady and you so gassed up about mask, right, and you got a sign on your front door say don't come in without mask, then why do you keep going around in the public so much? Why do you always in grocery stores? Why you always in restaurants and things of that nature? It's almost like they're really talking out of both sides of their neck. You can't be scared and brave at one time.
that's
Now,
right,
if you should be acting as if you're scared and taking the proper precautions. You can't be scared and brave at the same time. And what it seems like people is doing, they're trying to be brave and go out and do things, and then they want to use their words to inject fear in you. Well, you better do this, and you need to do that, and the news say this, and the news say that, and this is what we need to do. And the more we get to talking like that, that's what makes everybody confused and scared. I think we just need to
right,
live and let live. Take care of yourself. Do the shit you've been normally doing. Washing your hands, washing your ass. Take care of yourself
right,
like you've been doing. But it's not something
right.
to lose your mind over because I'm gonna tell you something that they're not telling you. Wearing those masks too much could weaken your immune system, and and if you if you're not careful, fear weakens your immune system. It makes you acceptable to diseases and shit, not just coronavirus. So let's just say you don't got nothing wrong with you, but you scared as hell because you're watching the news. Now you might get a little sniffles or a little cold, and now you scared because you're like, oh Lord, I might be coming down, and now you run into the hospital. Now you gonna listen to any damn thing they tell your ass when you get there, because
That's
you don't
right.
know.
That's right, no man. That's right. That's right. That's right. I'm gonna say this, and I'm gonna say this. We so much appreciate you for coming. Put something like if someone wants to book you or bring you to their city to perform, Put your information out there. As far
My
as your
booking,
info.
my booking email is simply I know cash at gmail.com. The same name that's on here, put an I on it. IKNOWCASH at gmail.com. I answer all those emails because they're only for bookings. It's about money. So when I
I
get
mean,
in,
don't play.
there you go. That means have your budget ready. It might not have to be a big one. We're gonna talk budget.
And make sure if you guys, like he said, he's up for doing shows and talent shows of that nature.
Interview
He has no
well,
problem with doing
you
that.
know anybody with a platform?
Interviews.
Yeah, yeah.
Um, please get with him on concerning that. And let's support No Cash. No Cash came on here. I really love his story on coming up to being what he's being, and I can see greater things even happening. Now, I want to let y'all know, y'all better come to the show tomorrow. We are actually having a show where No Cash is going to be in. It's going to be Rhythm and Flow International. Um, Basically, what happens is King Cash Jr. is going to be versing Mama Mia for the finals. Y'all make sure y'all come see my boy one time for the one time. It's going down. The winner will receive 5K beans. You know what I'm saying? So y'all know what time it is. You know what I'm saying? 100%. Then we also gonna have special guests in the building from season six, because season six is next. You don't want to miss this. That boy No Cash gonna be on the panel as well as a judge. 4, 5, the end of the 5 and 6. Y'all know what time it is. Y'all gonna also see us doing some major things together. I love the brother. You know what I'm saying? Majorly.
You back, man. I
I
love
so
you.
much appreciate that. Oh, it's all good, man. It's much love. It's much love. For those that don't know, this is the end of the interview of No Cash. Listen, you guys have to go. Listen, you guys have to go see. If you ain't seen his YouTube was put down in the comments. I seen it not too long ago. If your people's in the building, have them put it down there one more time for the people to see,
I'll
so
say
that
it.
they see.
I say, put my YouTube down there. My YouTube is just the name on here. No Cash. KNOW Cash. Or you can put in NO Cash. Or you can put in Homeless Man Sings. Everything that comes up is gonna be me. My
Right.
Instagram, Twitter is at IAM underscore KNOW underscore CASH. That's Instagram and Twitter. My Facebook is my government name, Dion Trail McCullough, with a Facebook fan page of No Cash with a dollar sign. And yeah, that's about it. Over here on Bigo, I got No Cash, and we're doing great things. If you just want to send me an email of fan mail, it's No Cash, NOCASH 843 at gmail.com. And if you want to book me or handle anything about business, features, or whatever have you like that, my email is I know cash at gmail.com. Like I said, I'm just looking to meet good people who know of me. Maybe you didn't know of me. You don't know me, you can get to know me. Follow me on my platform, and whatever you want to know about me, whatever song, whatever thing you want to, whatever, ask me. Because like
Whatever.
I said, no question is a dumb question except for a question not asked.
That's right. That's right. That's right. And we so much appreciate everyone that has came into the building. Uh, we really appreciate you guys. Thank you guys so much.
That's right. Thank you. I
Um,
appreciate everybody.
this
Y'all
is
could
the end of
have
Rhythm and Flow.
y'all
That's right. And make sure you guys follow the panel. You know what I'm saying? We so much appreciate everybody for coming through. Don't miss out tomorrow.